Okay, we set up our shingle cutter here, and I know I'll be asked several times who makes it, what it is. It's made by Howard Tools. It's called a Shingle Shear. We bought this years ago, and we've been sharpening on it. I guess we've had it 3 or 4 years now. And one thing you can notice about this blade is it does have to be kept fairly sharp to chop through the shingles. It's not razor sharp or anything. But we've actually sharpened about 1/4 of an inch of this off over the years, wore it off between chopping and sharpening. This blade will be noticeably more curved when I replace it. And if you look over here on the side, you can see exactly where the shingles get chopped over and over and over. So we'll start sharpening, or not sharpening, but cutting some shingles for you here. The long black strips that we did, we just put them on here, do them face up. And the reason you do them face up is the gravel wears the blade worse than the tar side, whatever you want to call it. And this blade is a lot harder to replace. It does have a little bit of wear on it, but we can square this one back up fairly easy. And this is the one that you want to take the wear because it's easier to replace when we order a new blade in the future. We've got a built-in stop already. I've made a frame for it, put in a built-in stop for the shingles so that the widths are exactly right. You put it against the tool doesn't come with this bar. This is not something that came with it. I actually cut that and put that on there. And we pull it over, bump it into the stop. Then you have to hold it down good with the finger and the thumb. I'm actually putting quite a bit of pressure here and here and holding this down. This, when you chop it, I'm pulling it toward me. You can actually see, if you watch here, some of the flex in the gantry. I'm putting a fair amount of pressure toward me there and then making a good fast downward chop. If you go slow, you'll get ragged edges. What we end up with is our magic shingle tab that we put on all of our bat houses. Yes, they're a lot of work. And then we get one shorty left over we put in a box, and we'll use it on bat houses around here, little bat house kits or something. And you just repeat. Now, generally, while I'm doing this, I'm listening to music. It gets a little monotonous. Or I like to actually get one of our old Batman episodes up and watch it, and watch Adam West as Batman saving Gotham City. But, and what you hope when you get done is that your leftover piece of shingle is still relatively square and equal length. As you're feeding through here, if you're not paying attention, you'll be turning the shingle each time, and then you'll come out with a whole bunch of little trapezoids instead of rectangles. And that's unfortunate when that happens because we can't use them. You can also watch. I try to keep the factory edge, the original edge that we didn't cut, against this guide bar. But you can also watch if you're having trouble with this edge being straight, or if you do get out of sync, you can always turn it around once you see it going wrong and just cut it from the opposite direction. Now the tabs we do the same way. It's a little bit different with those because I'll feed those through. And I only cut 3 to start with. This one is oversized and I'll set it to the side. Once I've done that and I have a stack of these left, these take a little bit longer and you've got to be a little more careful. I'll feed them through, put them against the stop. You have to hold them down. You can see how close my finger and my thumb are. You have to hold them down. and go a little bit slower and force the chop. Now the edges on them will generally not be quite as clean, and you'll see like in this one we got a little bit of rounding. Generally that'll be okay. If it's too bad, I'll toss it into the coal box. If it's not too bad, like this one's close enough, I'll put it over with the regular shingles. But I'll do that whole stack and have all those extra large pieces left over, and then just take my time and go through those at the end. And that's how we do it. If you've got any questions, let us know. And in the meantime, I'm going to be cutting big shingles and little shingles. You all have a good day.